Hey there, so today we have another blind battle beers, and we're actually at my friend Alex's house. So again, changing situation, being in a different place, not being familiar where you are, or I guess I know where I am, but not doing it in the studio, just doing blind battle beers where just make it harder. Do everything that make it harder. So due to tough technical difficulties, I lost the footage on the first three. I'm really sorry about that, but you had to take my word on it. Got 3 out of 3. Very happy about that. Optimal, actually, if you want to skip ahead, but I'm going to talk about the ones I did first. Optimal Vit took me a minute. Very light, very light, little tart to get that soapy kind of coriander thing. It doesn't have the full fluffiness of a Hefeweizen. It doesn't have hoppiness of American wheat ale. When you get wheat, you're going to know where you are. You get Belgian Witbier, done, spot on. The fuller ESB, which is a strong bitter, was very hard for me. A little bit of that biscuit rounded, almost toffee kind of flavor, but too much bitterness in there. So it's like malty, bitter, too light to be an amber ale. Definitely not an IPA. Just had this like really, really hard time with this one. But in the end, just a full maltiness, and then that hoppiness was quite evident. And even this is actually decently fresh, but I even sensed a little bit of oxidation. I got this one pretty spot on. This one is the Schwarzbier. This one was a little hard as well. Again, really nice and dark. So when you have something this dark, I was not going with Bock or Dunkelbock or Doppelbock. Definitely not a stout or porter or anything like that. It just has that really light quality to it. It's very light, but then there's a little bit of chocolate tone in there, but then it's still just like lager. Their lightest, darkest lager, this beer, Schwarzbier. So that's what I got for you guys, and 3 out of 3, very excited. But we have 3 more coming, and this is when it gets hard. Look at this. They're almost all identical. These two are almost all identical in color. Yes, and then this one's just a little bit hazier. So let's take this one first. These were poured out blind for me. Getting pear. Light Belgian esters. Beautiful, fluffy carbonation. If I don't know what Duvel tastes like, I don't know what Duvel tastes like. That tastes like Duvel. Pear up front, beautifully dry, wonderful carbonation. Alcohol's beautifully hidden. A little bit of hint of spice and hop character on the back end. Carbonation driving in there. A little bit of crackery thing. Light touch of dough, wafer thing. A little bit of vanilla in here. Grass. A little bit of earthiness. Belgian strong, Belgian pale strong. Oops, sorry. So also appearance sort of tells you, like there's just that much head creation and head retention. Just like Duvel, just like you can almost not pour that beer with a rich head on it. Bread, light, Pilsner malt. Tastes like Pilsner. Tastes like Pilsner. A little bit grassy. You get the hop character up front. It's not dominated by the malt driving there, unlike a Helles. Grassy, bitter. Super beautiful light, moderate to light alcohol. A little bit of dough. German style Pilsner. Beautifully light. I don't get detect diacetyl like you get in some of the Czech premium pale lagers. A little bit too hoppy, sharp, bright. Yep. This one has a light haze to it. A little bit darker than the beer I was talking about. Insane head retention. Just like stuck there like a freaking like whipped cream on top of a beer. Smell a little banana. Sweetness. Almost as a light candy bubblegum thing. Fruit driving here. So, shout out to Bill. He's the certified cicerone that actually built this one for me at halftime. I think he's trying to trick me on this one. So, these two styles can be quite similar. What I suspect this to be is Belgian triple. Triple. Why? It's fruit forward up front. There is that ripe, orangey banana thing. A little bit almost like what you get from a Hefeweizen, but there's both spiciness in here. There's that pepper, there's that rich, kind of like almost like biscuit note. Back end, it's spicy as well. more forward in character. It has ripe, almost like leaning towards this, melon kind of things, but fruits, and I'm getting like ripeness of like almost like pear, banana, oranges. A perfumey thing comes in as well. That kind of floral elements. It's almost like lavender, coriander, and then the spice comes in with that bitterness, and it's a little darker. It's a little bit more hazy. It's a little bit more rounded. Belgian Pale Strong Ale, German style Pilsner, German Pils, Tripel. Strong confidence here. I know what Duvel tastes like. I know what Duvel tastes like. Weihenstephaner Pilsner, Weihenstephaner Pilsner. Westmalle Tripel, Westmalle Tripel. 6 out of 6, guys. Full blind, Master Cicerone level. Could have been choosing more challenging styles, but 6 out of 6. Test day, if you give me 1 out of 4, I get all of these 6 easy. I deserve that. Especially with all pale beers. Quite nice. I will say this flight was a lot easier than this flight. This flight had a good amount of confidence. I was unsure on this one, decently sure on this one. This one I had a hard time with. Like, I'm telling you, you guys saw the easy one. This one's pretty easy for me. Then again, light Belgian beers, German, like, you know, you can get messed up on this stuff. But I hope the tasting notes really help you guys, and I hope you guys do this yourself. It's very fun, and learn something from it. And I hope you guys post questions below with anything that you have to ask. But again, yeah, I hope the tasting notes help, because there are even though these two styles hugely overlap on BJCP, they almost have no differences in brewing, and they, like, you know, there are even like podcasts about like nitpicking and books about nitpicking the differences. There are actual differences between styles depending on the specific brews. These are quite obviously two different brews, but style-wise, they can be some amount of overlap. So be careful. But quite unique beer, yeah. I was quite surprised. I actually don't know the. Well, this should be decently fresh. This beer is actually quite hoppy. Maybe a little bit. There's a little bit of that kind of like grassy floral thing that like is sort of hidden there. I imagine fresh this would be a little bit more obvious. And it has a little like light bitterness to it. Not as sweet as some of your super dangerous triples. But again, the style in general is quite dangerous. But really nice example of Belgian triple. I actually did like that one. So until next time, guys, cheers. This was super fun. I'm really sorry about technical difficulties. I couldn't get this one done, but I got this one. Until next time, I'm really happy. Cheers.